Hey, it's Coach Chris with Hoops King, and today I'm going to show you how to shut down the flex offense. Well, the ball will be here, we'll have a post there, a post there. And so basically what happens in the flex action you'll typically have trouble guarding is that this ball will move over here, the post will vacate and go to the corner. This post will set up a screen for that player to come off either direction, and then they're hitting that layup. And that's typically going to be your flex action that you're going to have to cover. Now, I'm going to show you how to shut this down real quick. And if you haven't watched my video on how to guard any defense man-to-man with two principles, go back and watch that one first. It's in the link in the description. This will make a lot more sense once you have seen that video. Okay, so we'll take a look at the start of the flex action, and here's the basketball right there. And so where should our defenders be? Well, of course, we're on the ball here. We should be on a line between our man and the ball, and the further our man is from the ball, the further we are from our man. So, a line between the man and the ball would be right there. The line between these two players would be right there. Okay? You know, where we get in trouble is when you violate these principles. That's not on a line between that man and the ball. That is off the line. Okay? Now, I would say the first way that you can blow up the flex offense on a lot of teams is don't give them that pass across. Okay? So let's take a look at that. Here's this post defender down here. He's on a line between the man and the ball. This man, if he's on a line between the man and the ball, he's got a hand and a foot up in here. Okay, so we're not going to let him reverse that ball. We're not going to let him make that pass easily. They may have to screen down. Or if they try to backdoor, what you have here is this man on a line between the man and the ball. If that guy goes backdoor, he's right there waiting for it. Okay, so you should be anticipating that pass if that's something they're trying to do. You see your man and the ball, if he basket cuts, you can get that pass, or at least really jam up his basket cut there and make it very hard for them. So then you can start pushing them out away from the basket in order to get that pass. And the further they operate their offense from the hoop, the better it is for you. Okay, so the more difficult you make it to get the ball from this side of the floor, where they have three players, over to this side of the floor where they have two players, that makes it much harder to run the flex action. You know, they could ball screen that, and I would just attack that with a hard hedge. You know, do whatever you can to make it difficult to get that ball to that side of the floor for them. You know, they may even have to get to the point where they just start the ball on the side of the floor. So here's where the difficulty comes in for teams. Okay, so let's just say they get that pass over there. They do get it over there. I'm here as a defender. I'm here. I'm on a line between my man and the ball. Now, once that ball moves, this player that's typically down in here, he needs to get further from his man because his man is now further from the ball. So as soon as that pass is made, he needs to be getting off into the midline. His man is 2 passes away. All right? And then this player should also be off more. He should be on a line between his man and the ball. So let's say he's in there. So he can help. As this player cuts, we got somebody already up here. You know, we don't need to hug this guy. Okay? We're on a line between the man and the ball. We're going to be able to defend this. And then if we're off right away, this guy's just coming underneath the hoop, and we'll not only meet him, we will beat him to the spot. Now, just to break down in this minute detail, the main problem you're going to have is balls here, offense is here, ball's there, and this guy right there falls asleep. He just delays for a second or 2 seconds, and that makes all the difference on whether you defend the flex well or you don't defend the flex well. If you delay here, if this kid kind of is not sure what's going on, he's not on the ball, that's when they catch you in this screen right here. So immediately as that pass goes, this kid has to get to the midline and be in position. Has to beat that player to that spot. Okay? Whoever gets there first is pretty much going to win. Now the weak side post can really help defend this real well. So here's that post that's setting the screen. Okay, typically he'll turn and have his back to the ball possibly there when he sets that screen. He may come out and set that screen like there. If this guy stays on that line between his man and the ball, he's up here defending it. So if that guy comes high off that screen, there's somebody right there to flash, put a hand up, and give the other defender time to maybe get under that or over it and recover. The defender on the weak side post, if he steps up and flashes as he comes across, that eliminates that pass right there early. Okay, and it gives time. Now, another thing you could probably do out of this is you could just switch those guys. Okay, so as this guy comes here, here's the two offensive players, ball's right there. Okay, so he's got him. As he comes through, he could just switch and take him, and the guy that's guarding here could switch and take that post. Now, yeah, he could roll back and get the ball, but how often do you see any teams do that? I don't see any teams do that. I hardly even see Division I men's college programs roll back to the ball after a screen and get a pass down there. High school and youth, and probably not going to happen ever. Okay, so you could even switch that, but they still got to be on the ball and know what's going on. This kid, if he's sleeping over here, and that kid goes and he switches, well, that guy is still open underneath, but unlikely to happen if you've talked about it and gone over it. So, there's a couple different ways you can defend that there. I would say working on guarding the flex is a great way to work on defending screens, because you get a lot of different screen actions. You're going to get that flex cut action, and then you're going to get your down screen action. So you can kind of set it up like this. You can have these kids up here. So you're really only going to use 4 people just to work on this. Unless you've taught your kids the flex. If you don't teach your kids the flex, don't run the flex. This is just probably the simplest way to work on guarding it and working on the down screens. So we'll have our defenders here on the ball. We're on a line. We're on a line. Okay, so the ball will go over here. And what I would do is I just put that kid in there. So have 4 on 4 basically is what we're doing here. And you can really work on having him guard that pass and denying that, and defending the back cut. Just work on defending the back cut with that person there and not even worrying about getting help even. He just works on guarding the back cut there. Once you've kind of gone over that, then you can say, okay, let him have the pass, because we just want to work on the flex cut. Okay, so as we work 4 on 4 here, all we're going to do is we're going to pass the ball across. And obviously when the ball moves, the defense should move. So the the line right there is there. So it doesn't make it an easy post entry. And then when the ball moves over here, the line will move a little bit and he should move off. So now there's spacing between him and that defender there. Okay, and obviously the ball moves from here. He should be off. As that player moves, the line between the player and the ball moves. So he's got to move. The line's constantly shifting there when he moves, so he has to adjust to the new line. And again, if you're not quite getting that, go back and watch the video in the description below that talks about the 2 principles. The further your man is from the ball, the further you are from your man, and then be on a line between your man and the ball at all times. And again, that makes guarding everything in the flex especially easy. So you would just run through this, and then you'd start the ball back up there. This kid would run through and then just send him back to the corner on offense when you're doing the drill, so that you can just keep the flow going. And of course, you can switch sides to work both sides of the court. Let's take a look how that happens after it comes back up. So after the ball goes here, so the ball's here, that kid's cut through. This guy that got rid of the ball, he's going to screen down for the kid that set the screen. So I'm just going to put 3 people on the board here just to not clutter it up too much. So the ball's there. So now this man is on a line between his man and the ball. So he's not hugging him. He is not hugging this guy down here. And we can beat him to the spot. So this guy's here. So as he comes to screen, he can easily get up and around that as he comes, and he'll beat him to the spot. Okay? And then this man will just go with his man. but we want to get up through the chute on there so that we're basically beating that guy to that spot. And again, we're making it very difficult to reverse that ball to the other side of the floor and run the flex cut. We want to try to keep the ball right there as much as possible, and then it just clogs up, slows down the flex offense. So to summarize, first thing is, don't let him make the pass across. Really get up and challenge that pass across the top. Let him cut back door. Just make sure your post defender is off his man, not hugging him down. He's on a line between his man and the ball, and he'll be in great position to help on that back door, even if your player gets beat. And then I would use my weak side post defender, make sure he gets off and flashes so that that takes away a passing lane for even a second or 2 seconds maybe. Then the next thing is get that kid off the flex cutter early. And of course, as a coach, you'll be telling them to get off. Remember, that line's going to move. The line between their man and the ball is going to move, and they need to stay on that line and actually beat them to that spot when they're cutting underneath. The further your man is from the ball, the further you are from your man. Follow that principle. Stay on a line between your man and the ball, and you'll have no problems guarding the flex. Be sure to click the link in the description to get your free coaching forms and download them. I'll send them right to your email immediately. Hey, be sure to subscribe to our channel over here. You can also click and rent coaching DVDs through the mail from the best coaches in the game, or you can watch a related video. It's your choice. Go ahead.